Hey y'all, hey! It's Friday night. Y'all seen that show on Netflix? My next guest needs no introduction. That's how I feel about Kelly coming on live with me because we have been here so many times together in the past like 2+ years. We've been
Yes.
coming on here doing this thing together. So welcome Kelly Reese back to my channel.
Hi, Shonda. Hey, everybody. I'm a little
Okay,
excited.
so let's all say a collective prayer. Oops, I hit my thing for Kelly's internet because sometimes the internet doesn't want us to be live together for any amount of time. So right now it's working. We're gonna pray that it continues to work all night and we could just have our little chit chat. Kelly, I feel like we ran in here.
Literally.
Literally.
Quite literally. Praying, Lord, don't let me get pulled over. Let me get home.
I know because I'm gonna have to say Kelly has been the hardest guest to schedule because Kelly is a mom of 5 and your 5 children are busy with the capital BUSY.
Yes, they keep me booked and busy. Booked
Booked
and
and busy.
busy. I'm like, what? And the high school life takes it to the next level. Like, I just rushed in from a high school game. It's Friday night. This is not what my Friday nights look like. My Friday nights are chill. No, they've been taken over. So
Yes. So Kelly came in really like on a wing and in 3 prayers. I was just sitting here like this.
I was driving like this.
Because her boys had a basketball game tonight. So you have 5 children. How old are they?
I have 5 children. My oldest, Kenneth, is going to be 16 on Monday. I know.
Oh.
16. Cameron is 14. Kennedy.
Wait. Before we leave the 16-year-old, what do you say when a boy is turning 16?
Happy birthday.
I
I
mean, like,
didn't
you
call it
don't say
sweet
sweet
16.
16.
That's
Like,
what I'm
is
saying.
there like a thing? Is there a boy's version of that? Why am I asking you like I haven't done it 3 times?
I need to be asking you. So, Shonda, is there a boy? What should I be doing right now for the 16th? You've done it 3 times.
Yeah, we only have birthday parties on the 5s.
Okay.
Actually, I just made that up.
I mean, I was like, that works until you get to 10.
Yeah, when you're 5, 10, 15, and 20, you have a party.
I know, but 15 and not 16 or 20 and not 21.
Yeah, it doesn't
Anyway,
work. I mean, do you guys okay, so we can start there. You guys, well, we have to get back to all the ages,
I ain't even
but
told.
I know we haven't even talked about all of your children,
Oh,
but
and
we don't, you guys, my boys really have just kind of started doing this. Like, we didn't always have birthday parties every
okay.
year. You didn't get like, we had cake all the time, but not a party, you know?
Yes, I definitely know. So because our family is so big, just simply being together, there's 7 people right there. Bring the
That's a party.
grandparents, bring the aunts and the cousins. That is a party every year.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that's what we do. And so like this year, well, each year they typically can invite like 1 or 2 people from your real life. But it's just the essence of our family makes my kids think they have a party every year. And it's us, the grandparents, my sister and her kids. And like
Yeah.
2 school friends, maybe.
But that's like 15 people.
It no, literally like at the bare minimum, because somebody got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it. And yeah, so
Okay, so 16 then.
then Cameron is 14. Kennedy just turned 13. Kylan is 11, but he's getting ready to turn 12. And then Chloe is 10. So
Hmm.
5 kids, currently 5 to 15 now.
10 to 15.
I'm just kidding. 10 to 15. I was
I
like,
mean, nobody can
15 what?
hold you accountable to that. That's a lot to remember. That's a lot to keep up with.
Amen, saints.
Yeah. So, okay. But what do you guys do? You guys have a beautiful birthday tradition. What do you do for birthdays?
Every year for every kiddo, we do a birthday breakfast. And it actually started when my kids were like, I'm trying to think. think Trey was maybe 5 or 6. My oldest was maybe 5 or 6. And um, money was funny, change was strange. And I knew for my kids, I didn't necessarily want them to have to feel the weight of that, but we can always make sure you feel special. And so I would decorate a chair. So it was like this birthday chair. And so the birthday chair was at the table, which we'd have a breakfast. And so that was like the little chair cover came from Dollar Tree, and that was like okay, Moni, that was an accidental like tradition, because that little $1 chair cover, like the next kid was like, where's the chair? And so then we added balloons to it, and then we added like different things, and then the breakfast got bigger, and that just became the thing that to this day, like on my refrigerator right now, Trey has his birthday breakfast requests. And
Oh, you can put in request?
they started that. I would just find these lists on the refrigerator. This is what I want for my birthday breakfast. And it's just like never too old for it. I mean, my husband gets a birthday breakfast. I'm the only one that does
I
it.
was about to say, do you get a birthday breakfast?
No. Take me to breakfast though. Take me to brunch. Don't cook me nothing.
Okay. That is the funny thing about that is, so my birthday is coming up in January, and my dad was here a few weeks ago. His birthday was coming up. I could not find any candles, except I ended up finding like some numbered candles, but it wasn't all the numbers. And I was like, so we were at the store. I bought some candles, and Bryce was like, what are you buying candles for? I said, my birthday is coming. And he was like, I'm like, you guys should buy me a cake, use these candles. Like, should I do I need to sell this out completely? Like, what in the world? So I keep showing him every time I open the drawer where the candles are. I'm like, the candles are in here in case somebody has a birthday.
Oh, they don't get it. And it's just like, okay.
Oh, it's fun being the mom, and also like womp womp being the mom.
I was like, seriously, y'all could just send me. I will go do my own thing.
Real okay. That you kind of have to have that attitude, because it's not like something gonna happen here. So
Exactly.
okay, so they're saying, of course, they're saying that you follow the Lord at His
Yes.
commands, and you were fruitful and multiplied. And Jackie says she loves your birthday tradition. Welcome you all in the comments. We are seeing your chat, and we're here for it. So keep it coming. Okay, Keli. So your handle, as you see on the screen, is called Ministry in Mothering, because you have a tagline. Say the tagline. It's replacing
replacing anxiety and guilt with fulfillment and joy by laying biblical truth into everyday reality.
Okay. And the main thing that you want to help moms get over is like mom guilt, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's such a broad thing to say, mom guilt. We can talk about mom guilt in several different pockets, but just in the now 16 years of motherhood, I just see guilt pop up in various times in various places. And it's so interesting because I was recently thinking about when I first started ministry and mothering, and that's when Chloe was 4 months old. So I had a 4-month-old. Kylan was like a year and a half. So basically, they were 5, 4, 2, 1, and
2, 1.
Yeah, like no, but like all the from 0 to 5. And in that particular season, the guilt was just with the littles and doing all. Should I be home? Should I be working? Or just making sure my kids were the right thing behaviorally, and making sure I wasn't attaching my identity to their success, if you will, even as littles. And so it was just like, we're going to embrace this. I had recently stopped working full time, and just all that, and where I was then, and then looking at now where I should be able to say, got it. Like we're in this new season. Like, I know not to sweat the small stuff. I know not to do this, not to do that. And the Lord just keeps me humble, because there are just certain other things where guilt will just keep popping up. So it's just, I just look back at that, like, here's where we started, 10 years ago, and here in a completely different season, here's how I can show up. Both places I have found that the guilt shows up when I am the center of the motherhood. So
interesting. That's an interesting correlation you made there. How does mom guilt show up for you in the holiday season?
Cause let me tell y'all, I forget about the holidays. I'm not a Scrooge. I'm not a Scrooge. Like we were just talking about Trey's birthday, y'all. From November to December 23rd, we have 3 birthdays, and I'm just like birthday, birthday, birthday. And if I'm not careful, the holidays just kind of get lost in the shuffle. And so then I look and I'm scrolling, I'm seeing people do the different things, the advent calendars, the countdowns, the Christmas trees, like just the most basic things. And I'm like, that's so cool. Yeah. Sorry, guys. And so my kids end up saying stuff like, can we put up the tree? Yup. But I often struggle with, dang, I'm not giving them this wonderful holiday experience that, I mean, honestly, I had, or, what I see, or what I'm sure their friends are getting. And it's easy to really be like, I'm terrible.
So what
So,
do you do with that?
oh, y'all want to put up the tree? Bet. Like embracing the fact that this is what they want to do. Like tonight, they had my younger three, my oldest two had a game. My younger three had a whole movie night watching Christmas movies. Like that's just what they do. So we'll join in, and typically once that last birthday, the 23rd, my brain kicks in. So Christmas Eve, we're doing the light show, and we're always gonna do some kind of karaoke, or we're in cahoots and games and movie. Like it kicks in the night before, like Christmas Eve. But up until then, it's whatever they're doing. I just honestly learned to lean into it. Like, this is okay. This is a memory. This is something my kids look forward to. They will bake the cookies now instead of me doing it, and not feeling like I have failed them, but more feeling like, I think I've empowered you to do this, and I will join you, kind of a thing. But it's hard though. It honestly is.
We were talking about this one day, and I said, so it's kind of like a kid-led Christmas.
And I said, amen. That just freed me. I was like, yes. It's a kid-led Christmas. We'll take it.
Yeah, that's good. What other ways are moms experiencing guilt during this season?
Man, ooh, that's a good question. I think it's safe to say if you don't have the financial resources to give your kids whatever Christmas you want to give them, or maybe the Christmas that they want, that's a loud one. Another one that may go a little bit under the radar is like if you yourself may not be feeling your best emotionally, spiritually, and if you're kind of in a funk during a time where you need to be up, and it's like, I feel bad for how I feel right now. That's another way that that guilt can just kind of creep in. Not being able to carry on a tradition, or thinking you're not carrying on a tradition, or thinking we have to create as opposed to lean into something. It's just anytime, as I mentioned earlier, anytime I get to be the center. This is how I feel. I feel like I'm ruining your Christmas. I feel like this is not what I had in mind. I don't have the Christmas jammies. It's any of that can lead to that. And or just even excuse me, depending on like your personal history, there may be something personal attached to this time of year where you may be sad or inclined to not necessarily feel joyful. When you quote know you should be joyful and you don't feel it, you can feel bad about it. Like it's just, it can show up in a lot of ways. And it's just particularly loud in this time of year because there's an expectation that mothers look like this from end of Thanksgiving to December. So we're like suddenly on display where all these things that we could have already been carrying, they were already there, but now I'm on display and I'm supposed to exhibit or exude this joy that I don't have. And I feel bad about it. That's what I've seen.
So what's the truth that you apply to that? All those feelings, all those emotions, all those expectations.
For me and all my threeness, I very much often remind myself that it's not about me. It truly is not about me. And I'm not trying to be generic because Jesus is the reason for the season. He absolutely is the reason for the season, but all of this is not about me. I love the way Heather McFadden says it. Hey, I'm important, but I'm not essential. Right. So it's like this can go on without me. So coming outside myself and then saying, Lord, here's where I am. For me, the truth is in casting my care onto the Lord and grabbing hold of the promise that He cares for me. So this thing that's hurting me right now that has nothing to do with Christmas or has nothing to do with the holidays, but just a burden I was carrying before I was expected to be joyful. Lord, you care for me and I can cast this burden onto you. Is one I definitely hold on to a lot, especially now. And be anxious for nothing. We know the scripture, be anxious for nothing, but by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. It's like, Lord, I'm talking to you, God. I'm thanking you for this. I'm thanking you for that. But I'm going to bring my request before you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to have a Lord, here's where I am. And what I have found is that the Lord just meets you right there. Like I am a true witness that the Lord just really meets you right there. And it suddenly is less about the lights and more of leaning in. I keep saying that, but leaning into their relationship with Him. And then all the other stuff. Kind of like for me, like the other day, I'm like, I kind of found myself just in just a better mood, and it wasn't even like, Lord, put me in the Christmas spirit. It was just like, God is the worst. And like I had the whole cry in the shower and let God hug me, if you will. And then, so the truth is like God sees us, God hears us, God cares for us,
Right.
and God is not expecting us to be on this platform that we've put ourselves on oftentimes during the season just because of the season and just because of our title.
She's doing her good teaching and preaching tonight, y'all.
Because I'm awake. My internet's working. No.
It's kind of working.
Oh, Lord.
It's doing good. It's holding up. It's holding on to the bloodstained banner.
Listen. Oh, yeah, holding on.
Okay. So how have you so far? We're what, 9? I don't know how when you start counting the Christmas season, but how are you finding the groove between too much and not enough?
Oh. Well, see, I tend to lean on this air on the side of team too much. So I don't even know what regular people do. I'm just too much all the time. You mean there's another part of the spectrum? Too I don't know. Because what's so interesting, as I talk about just how we feel and how it's easy to compare, when it comes to certain things, I can have blinders on. And I'm more of here's where we are. So if we're singing and we're like my kids write plays and they do productions, it's like a whole thing. And someone can look like, y'all just doing too much. Man, we're all in. It's just I think the answer is just finding what works for your family. Yeah, finding the groove between too much. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to circle back on that one.
Okay, well, you think about it, but I like what you're saying, finding what works for your family. Like you said, letting the what we keep saying, this kid-led Christmas. Like
Yeah,
if they're doing it, let's lean into it. If they are not into it, then we don't have to do it. Is that
right.
kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
especially if you're feeling like it's not enough. So like I was mentioning earlier, a lot of times during this time, I feel like it's not enough. Going, you know what? It's what it is, and not that in a sloppy way, but it truly is what it is. And one thing that has blessed me over the years, as my kids have gotten older, they do a whole lot of reminiscing. And you would think these people are like 20 years old. They're like, you remember we were in Alabama and we did da da da. I'm like, you were 3, that just reminds me that, oh my goodness, like those things really do mean something. So yeah.
Yes. Okay. Miss Jackie is saying, what'd she say? Here's where the truth of the gospel comes alive in our live moments of parenting. Yes. So that's good. Y'all are Kelly, you're giving all the moms some relief and some comfort in
Free your mind, y'all.
this
Be free.
season. If y'all have questions for Dr. Reese, y'all go ahead and put them in the chat. for and we'll see and we'll pitch them to Kelly. I'm going to ask you some of my little question cards.
Ooh.
Okay. This one I want to know. You could have one of the 3. A chef, a house cleaner, or a chauffeur. Which one are you going to choose?
House cleaner.
The house cleaner? Why?
Because I was going back and forth between the house cleaner and the chef. Because at this point, my kids are old enough to fix your own food. And truthfully, they're old enough to clean their own, their own area too, but there's something about somebody else coming and making that extra clean kind of a thing. Yeah. But now, you know what?
I
Now that I'm
thought
in
you were
this,
going to say the chauffeur.
I was gonna say, but as I think about what my logistics are tomorrow, y'all, tomorrow, my boys who just had a game tonight they have practice from 11 to 12:15, and then they have another game at 6, but we got haircuts at 2:30, and everything is literally not near each other. And I have a pedicure, but I hope that happens. And I'm like, I would definitely need a chauffeur tomorrow. Now I don't know. All the above, all the above.
You
But
can't. You have to pick
okay,
one.
the clean house, because at the end of all this ripping and running, I want to come home and like right now, the schoolroom is in disarray. I had to just make a little corner. I just need somebody to come fix my life.
Yes. Okay. In the chat, I want to know which one you guys would pick: the chef, the housekeeper, or the chauffeur.
Oh,
And tell us
housekeeper.
why you picking what you're picking, because
Because the Lord is a keeper. So let's keep our home. No. Keep this home together so my mind can relax.
I think I would pick the chef because I don't I'm cooking has never been like a stellar skill of mine. And yeah, I would love for some, if I could just come in every day and there be some food. I mean, come on. I would live for that.
Yeah. Make a good argument.
Let's
We just
see.
fast. There ain't no food. We
Okay.
just fasting.
Someone I don't know who this, you have to enable on Facebook for it to show us who you are, but someone on Facebook said they would take the housekeeper. Melanie's saying she needs a chef because she just simply she don't cook. I don't cook.
Hey.
Okay, next question. Do you prefer to road trip or take a plane when you're traveling if either one is feasible?
It depends on with.
It depends on who
So,
you're with.
uh-huh.
Okay.
So if it's just me, put me on a plane. But if it's a family, road trips are where it's at for us.
Okay.
They simply are. Our families are 8 hours apart. My family's here in Indiana, Ken's family's in Alabama, and we've lived in both places. And that 8 hour trip for our kids, that's where a lot of our memories are. Yeah. So it's yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm about to then I ain't doing all that. Put me on a plane.
Right.
Usually.
I mean, I love a good road trip, especially if I'm the passenger.
Yes.
If I'm
I can
gonna,
drive too. I can do the 8 hour drive. I've done that by myself with the kids.
but alone, would you do it alone?
I'm trying to think if I've done it alone. Probably. To me, it's not like I don't mind it. I don't mind driving.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done 8 hours. I don't know. I really have to think about it, but
Okay. I have driven from New Orleans to Dallas by myself, and it was very pleasurable to be alone. I can listen to what I want to. I could turn it all off if I want to. Like, I love it. I love a good road trip by myself. But I also love to be the passenger so I can scroll and go to sleep and wake
yes.
up and eat snacks and go back to sleep and all that.
Yes. All like for real, all that.
In rotation. Okay,
Yes.
Kwani is saying 5 hours or under. She likes to do those alone. She's good with that.
Yeah. Let's quantify this in some hours.
Jen says definitely the road trip. Driving can be therapeutic. I agree with that for sure. I agree. Okay. I pulled out some new questions for you. Okay. What is one of your little luxuries?
My newest one are pedicures. Y'all. First of all, it's kind of Sophie, are you on? So Sophie's supposed to be on here, but she's just whatever. She might be a Facebook user. It's like the best of times and worst of times, because it's the best because hello, you get your feet taken care of. It's the worst because I'm very, very ticklish. Like it's bad. It is really bad. I hold my breath. I'm crying. It's in her words, and so my sister Sophie, in her words, I'm an embarrassment.
I could see this being cringy.
But you ask me, and I really be thinking I'm doing well. And then like my person, Miss Lisa, she's the best. Like she knows what's happening. So she's like, okay, here we go. take a deep breath. And I was thinking, because I just started back with pedicures back in June. I hadn't had one since before the pandemic. So I wasn't like a mani pedi. And so I thought, the more I keep doing this, it's going to get better.
No such luck.
No, but it's still just the best. I love the place where I go, the atmosphere, all of that. And after everything is done, like my feet feel great, but the actual process, like just now, my stomach is turning as I think about it. But it's still the best. And that's just like my new thing. Like I remember when the kids were little and people would be like, self-care, a mani, a pedi. And it wasn't really my thing. That didn't really feed my soul. But now, yes, once a month.
Okay, I was about to say, how often do you go? So once a month.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that should be my life. I think I want to go and get a pedicure once a month. Like I feel like that could be a thing that I would really enjoy.
Do it. And like even now, this is how I know I'm all in, because it's wintertime and ain't nobody gonna see my feet.
Right.
And I am going tomorrow, or supposed to be going tomorrow at 2:30.
What is your little luxury, y'all? Share your little luxuries in the chat. I was thinking about what my answer to this question would be, and sadly, I think my little luxury is like Target drive up. Like
no,
like I don't have to go in the store and only need one thing, and they're just gonna bring it out to the car. I feel very, very luxurious in those moments.
You changed my life with that. Let's just tell the people. You changed. I had never done a Target pickup, and you changed my life with that. And now as I'm talking about that, I realize I have one that's probably been 3 days. So have they put it back yet?
Oh, yes.
Shoot.
The first time you went to Target pickup, it was so traumatic. I was like, Kelly.
I was waiting like 15 minutes. And I'm like,
are you at Target? Because that's never happens. What are you talking about? I'm like, did you press the button? Like, did you, tell them what spot you're in? Like,
you were harassing me. And I was just I get stressed out easily. Apparently, things like that stress me out. And I was just like,
yeah. And she was bashing the drive up. And I was like, this is not happening. You are doing something wrong here. And
I was like, no, I'm not. And it turns out, y'all, the signs were pointing drive up this way. And the drive up was actually that way. The signs, the wind had turned the little where you're supposed to park sign the other way. So I said, I'm here, but I'm over in one place. And then they probably came right out and then went back in. And then.
Yeah. But I knew you were the problem.
What's the next question? But okay, you know what, Shonda? You wouldn't even start with how we met. Let's let that be a question. How we meet. Exactly.
I want to talk about Miss Jackie says she has a bi-weekly visit from her housekeeper. Okay. I want to get like Miss Jackie.
Everything, yes.
Miss Jackie is a vibe. Okay. She's coming on next week. So y'all, if y'all need to feel the Miss Jackie vibes, they are coming. Okay. Melanie said someone else doing her hair because it's very thick and it takes a long time and it leaves her hot and sweaty when she has to do it herself. I totally understand that.
Say if I really had something I wanted to do as a luxury, it would be to get my hair done.
Yeah.
It really would be. I was being realistic, like it's not gonna happen. But I feel that. Or my girl. Yes, let's move on before I go into depression.
Okay, Sarah said binge watching old seasons of baking competitions.
Okay.
I could get with that too. I could get with that. Some uninterrupted just TV time about sweet stuff. I could get with it. Okay, you want to tell the people how we met. How'd that happen?
You guys, here's how we met. So I went to a workshop in Dallas, Texas, and I was just like, that sure is a nice lady right there. I would love to be her friend. So I found out this nice lady's name is Shonda. So I Instagram stalked her. I was like, here is her page. And it was all private because that's just who she is. And I requested her.
My page is private because there are old pictures of the boys on there and they will not let me make it public, or they demand I make all those pictures archived. So that's why the page is private. Okay.
Go ahead. So her page was private and I requested her, and y'all, she kept me in the holding tank for months and years. And so I don't know if the Lord was like, it's the year of Jubilee, release her from this debt. And then
I feel like I followed you.
you're right.
Yes.
You did before you let me in. And so, and all I was just trying to do was be a friend, but that's how I met. That's how we met. Now, I will say it's so interesting because I was just talking about you, Shonda. A great majority of my friendships that I have right now have been lifelong friendships. So like 30 plus years. There are a few adults in my, or few people in my adult life where I have like a true deep friendship. And Shonda, like, as we connected, because the Lord brought us together, she just like had the fast pass or something. And when you talk about the inner circle, like the inner, and she just fit. Like, it was like, how did she get this? How am I telling her all my life? Y'all beware of Shonda, because she'll talk to you after dark. You end up telling her your whole life story. And anyway, but
Girl.
yeah, I'm thankful for a friendship, and it's a deep one in a way that you couldn't have told me that we just met a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to be her friend. I was just a nice girl from Indiana wanting to be friends with the girl in Dallas, and
here we are.
kept me in the holding tank.
I did let you in, and I'm glad I did. Okay, this next question, I'm going to show it to you because I think if I read it, you're going to be like, that's not what the question says. But this is what it says. And I held this up earlier to make sure that you could say it. Says,
Girl, I can't see.
I'm going to tell you what it says. It says, name 3 things you like about the person you're sitting with. So I wrote down my 3 things I love about Keli, and I'm going to share mine. And then you can share yours unless you want to go first, because I don't want to steal your thunder. Okay. My 3 things I really love about Keli is that Keli, like she just was starting to say, she's completely honest. Like, when we're having a conversation, I don't have to wonder, is she telling me the whole story? Yes, she is. She's telling me the whole story. If I want to hear all of the details or not, we're in there. It's great. I mean, it's a good, you're getting authentic relationship when someone's honest with you. The second thing is that if I'm talking to Keli, I know there's going to be some laughter involved, and I just love that. And the third thing, like both ways, like she says crazy stuff, I say crazy stuff. It's a good time. The third thing that I love about Keli is I can message Keli and say, will you pray for me? And I don't have to say anything else. I know she's praying. She's telling me she's praying. She's not asking me, girl, what am I praying about? Because if I'm going to inquire of the Lord, I need to know some detail. Nope, none of that. She just goes straight to the throne room on my behalf. And that's the third thing I love about Keli.
Oh, and with that, we're going to end. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. That was okay. Thank you. How do I love you? Let me count the ways.
Oh, gosh.
Shonda. Okay, because I was just like, man, the accountability for sure.
Oh yeah.
If you're a dreamer, if you're a dreamer, you're like, yo, Shonda, here's what I'm thinking. She's like, and step 1 will be step 2, step 3, and it's like that push, that challenge that I need. The honesty within that, and I'm like, ooh, okay, Shonda. But for real, it's
sometimes she don't want to tell me the dreams because she don't want me holding her accountable to making them happen, which is fun.
That is 100% true. That is 100% true. So definitely that. Shonda's creativity, y'all, she can do all the things. Like, this is just something that Shonda's just doing in her sleep. She Marco Polo'd me earlier with a whole camera setup. I meant to say something about your camera setup earlier, contraption from yesterday. I was just like, girl, what? Just everything is a production. We're just chit-chatting back and forth. But she's so creative, whether it is video or podcasting or baking cookies or doing if y'all was watching the other night, the camera over, just the vision that she has, the creativity. Like, I feel like if she were around the house, my kids would be like, they would go viral or something. She would make something out of it.
Can the Reese's Pieces come over? Because I could film a lot of content.
Seriously, like, that's our thing. And I'm always like, but for real. And because I was trying to narrow it down, I was like, if I had to pick my top 3, but all I'm just doing is just telling y'all just the stuff. And there's so much more stuff. But my favorite thing, honestly, is the sisterhood. It absolutely is. I was saying lightheartedly that, hey, I stalked myself into her life. But she didn't just like make it so that I am giving her all my information. Because yes, I will definitely tell, whether you want to hear it or not, I'm definitely going to tell you. But a true relationship is reciprocal, and she gives of herself without demanding that you give of yourself. And so it's not like, well, give me all yours, I give you nothing. It truly, it like this. I ain't crying on this camera, but it's the sisterhood for me.
No, it's sisterhood for me too, and we fight like sisters sometimes too.
And we absolutely do.
So. Miss Jackie said, every time you tell this story, Kelly, it evolves. Okay. I just want y'all to know there's a little fabrication in that little story.
The Lord reminds me, you forgot that detail, so I have to bring it out the next time.
Is that you gonna blame this on the Lord? I know. I agree, Melanie. If I had those Reese's Pieces down here in Texas, we would be taking over the TikToks and the YouTube shorts, all of the things.
Y'all would.
The Lord gave you all those kids, Kelly. We got to do something. Actually, Kennedy was in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's happening on his timetable.
Mm-hmm.
Did you decide what you're going to bring to the favorite things party?
I need to change my thing.
Oh gosh, I don't even want to know.
I'll figure out something else to bring.
Okay, please.
Because when you say what's the favorite thing, things just fall out of my mouth. So I'm editing myself.
I told Kelly we were not talking about whatever she's trying to talk about right now.
I'm not.
Okay.
I just stopped I was like,
what do you bring it to the party? Something. What's one of your favorite things?
All I can think of was blue gummies.
Okay, on that note.
Gift cards. Starbucks gift cards. I love Starbucks. Girl. Yeah, I need to slow down and have some favorite things. I don't know.
You can't get a pedicure for $15, so you're gonna have to.
Oh, so the limit is $15?
$15.
Oh, okay. I don't know how I missed that memo. $15. Favorite thing would definitely be a pair of earrings.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
You do have you have lots of statement earrings. That'd be great. I know, Miss Jackie. We actually need to schedule a favorite things party. Maybe when we do our Tenderoni's retreat, we can actually have this favorite things party. That'd be fun. Okay, let's go to Jeopardy.
Okay.
Do you know what category you're picking?
I don't even know
what the options are. Okay. We have left Jesus is Coming.
Yes,
and Deck the Halls.
Jesus is Coming.
Yay! I've been waiting for somebody to pick this category.
Why we been scared of Jesus? Wait, let me get my Bible.
Natalie said last night, what if I'm on the internet talking about I love Jesus and I get the Jesus is Coming question wrong?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, hey, can somebody bring my Bible?
Okay. Jesus is Coming for 200. Well, actually, I'm trying to decide. Should we do the Deck the Halls and then do Jesus is Coming? Because it is the last night of the week with this game.
Hey, go big or go home. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do Deck the Halls for 200. In the 12 days of Christmas, there are this many golden rings.
5 golden rings.
Yes.
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2. Sorry.
You're going to leave the cliffhanger. Okay. 400. For 400. It is fun to ride in this mode of transportation in the Jingle Bells Carol.
It is to ride in a 1-horse open sleigh. Hey.
I did not know this was going to turn into a musical, but I'm.
And how could you not?
I mean, I didn't know the questions would lend themselves to
this is great.
Deck the Halls. Okay, these are all songs.
Yes.
In the Christmas song, this was grilled over an open flame.
Chestnuts roasting on open fire. No.
Yeah.
Chestnuts. Yeah. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Y'all put your Christmas song request in the chat. Kelly will sing them all.
Be sung by a choir. All right.
How many la's follow each fa each time it's repeated?
La 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 la. I'm gonna go with 8.
Yes. I did not know this was all songs.
This is like the best thing ever.
Okay. The $1,000 question has been challenging all week.
Okay.
Let's see if you can get it. I'm sure if it has anything to do with a song, I'm sure you will. Oh, okay. There were this many pipers piping in the 12 days of Christmas.
Is it 11? Wait. 12? Oh. Okay, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I
Why
know.
does this one get us every time?
So
Y'all
it's
help her out in the chat.
10 pipe. It's either 10, 11, or 12. 12. 10 drummers.
I feel like there were 12 lords leaping.
12
Maybe?
lords leaping, 11 piper drummer. 10.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, guys. I'm gonna go 10.
Okay, we have 2 11s, a 10. Mari says 8. What's your final answer?
I think I'm gonna go 10 because I don't know. It's 10, 11, or 12. So I'm just gonna say 10.
Okay.
Oh, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping. No,
We have not. Wait, what's the 12 then?
12. Look, I actually used to know this, and don't just disregard the fact that I was a music teacher. And we sung. I don't know, y'all.
Okay, so
I know the gospel 12 days of Christmas. 2 shouting shoes. Golden creatures.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Oh man, we got the yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. The $1,000 question eludes us again, but maybe in this actual category that you picked, you get it right. Okay. Oh, it's 12 swans.
Swimming. 12 swans are swimming. 11 pipers piping. 10 lords are leaping. 9 ladies dancing. 8 maids are milking. 7 swans are swimming. 6 geese are laying.
Wait, no, you said 7 swans and 12 swans.
What did I say?
You said 7.
7. No, I didn't. No, I forgot.
Sure you said 7 swans were swimming.
It's not 7 swans are swimming?
You just said it was 12 swans swimming.
Oh, okay. I thought I said 12.
Just go to 5.
5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and come on, Shonda.
No, you go right ahead.
We drummers. Okay, I thought
Oh, is it 12 drummers drumming?
No, I thought it was 10.
Okay.
So, what was
Jesus
11?
is coming.
Jesus is coming. Jesus like, look, I'm reached for the season.
We tried. Okay. For 200. This town is the birthplace of the Messiah.
It's not Chicago. Oh, a little town of Bethlehem.
Yes.
Oh, little town of Bethlehem.
We should have just sang carols all night.
Yo, let's do it.
All right. Jesus is coming for 400. The prophet Isaiah said Jesus would come from the stump or lineage of this king's father.
David. Right? The king's father.
Stump of this king's father.
Oh, shoot. Is this King James Version? The stump of this king.
You have the right king. You just need his father.
Who's his father? Jesse.
Yes.
Jesse's daddy. Yes. Jesse the daddy.
Jesse right. is that king's daddy. Okay. 600. Y'all are doing great in the chat. This gospel writer detailed how Mary wrapped Jesus in cloth and placed him in a manger.
So I have to name the person who wrote the song?
No.
What?
Not the gospel singer, the gospel like.
Oh, the God. Okay. Which gospel? Let's go with Luke.
Yeah.
Woo! Sounds just like Kirk Franklin. And I'm like wrapped in swaddling clothes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, for 800, this gospel writer declared the word became flesh and dwelt among us.
John, baby. John.
Yes.
Okay, John 1:14.
Okay. And then Jesus is coming for 1,000. Let's see if we can get it. The book of Matthew says there were blank generations between Abraham and Jesus.
Shonda, I'm going to phone a friend. I'm
Okay.
gonna pass this off to you. You love generations. You love and begot and begot and begot and
I
begot.
love
So
genealogies.
all of it. So you're
I
going
mean,
to
I know the answer though.
Oh, can you text it to me? How
Okay,
many
chat, help her out.
42. Is it 42 generations?
It was 42
Oh,
generations. Ding, 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 Sarah.
oh, okay, Sarah.
Did you come up with it or did you read Sarah's
No, I
answer?
didn't see it.
Oh, well, you knew the answer then.
That's I was just like, it took me a minute. I got a $1,000 question.
You got the $1,000 question.
It's about Jesus. Dun, dun, dun. It's not about you. We know the song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's about Jesus. Not about us. Not about us.
Okay, y'all gonna do a request in the chat because Kelly is riled up and ready to sing. Y'all have a song y'all need to hear as we close out this second week of the countdown to Christmas.
But it's about Jesus. Okay, this has been fun.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
Ooh, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Does it come from the Kirk Franklin Christmas CD?
I mean, that would be like later in life. There is a Christmas song that we used to sing as kids on our answering machine at home. A Sandy Patty song. Excuse me. And when I think every time I hear that song, I get all warm and fuzzy. And that is, and the gift goes on. And so we would sing that as a family. So she says, well, they go back and forth. It's Sandy Patty sing with some children. And the gift goes on. The Father gave the Son, and the gift goes on. The Son gave the Spirit, and it goes back, and the gift goes on. The Spirit gives us life, so we can give the gift of, and the gift goes on. Anyway, so when I hear
all of that before people could leave a message.
Before, yes, you got to hear all of this. And it would be like my parents would sing, and then me and Charles, my brother, would do the back and forth. That's why I'm like, okay, this part. Yes. So that is
Is this Sarah from your church that sings?
I think so. Sister Sarah, is this you?
I think it is because she's got us a very specific request here.
She want to embarrass me. Who know the words to Mary? Did you know? Because I don't.
I'm looking up the Kirk Franklin Christmas album to see, like, you know, I feel like there's one song on here that I just love, but I can't think of the name of it.
My kids are really into Temptations because they're just old souls. So all the Christmas songs that the Temptations have done, and they were just singing a couple weeks ago. So like they're old souls. They can probably name you their favorite Christmas stuff. Hey, Sister Sarah.
Yes, I thought that was her. Jen says she remembers that song.
Yes, with kids. Like if I was a kid, so we're talking, this was in the 80s. I mean, just kidding. This was 2014. But for real, we have the tape.
Oh yeah, that's a good. Okay, I was thinking of what tape I had. It was the Boys to Men Christmas tape.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say John P. Key.
Oh, I definitely had John P. Key, but he didn't have a Christmas.
Right. I digress.
I did have the Boys to Men Christmas cassette.
So what's your favorite song on there?
On the Boys to Men? I don't even remember. It's been a many a nights since 1994 when I had that cassette. Mari says, have you heard the Otis Redding White Christmas?
My kids probably have.
Those old souls.
Yeah. I'm so serious. I haven't. They probably have. Okay.
Are you singing us out or?
As all this is happening, like I got a whole bunch of stuff that just started draining. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Lord is like, shut up. Because all of a sudden everything is draining. And I'm hoping my nose isn't running while I'm on camera. I'm like,
I don't know.
This is lovely.
So Kelly's saying no more songs, y'all. So Oh yes, the Let It Snow. That probably would be it. The Boys
Oh.
to Men Let It Snow.
Let it snow. Go hit that note, Shonda. Oh,
Yeah, you gotta reach for that note. Mm-mm. But the
yes.
fire, I'll sing the tenor part, but the fire is blazing.
Sorry. Luga.
Yes. Okay, well, Kelly, we closed out. There are 16, I cannot do this. There are 16 days till Christmas. And we got to spend a Friday night together, which is always a good time. Thank you for making time in your busy Mama Five schedule to hang out on a Friday night after a long, long, long week. And
I looked
thank
forward
you.
to this. Kept me moving all week, knowing that on Friday night I was going to get to be in the house with Shonda. Y'all don't know how excited I've been. I have making sure I was going to be awake, make sure I had internet. But no,
I
seriously,
know.
this feels good. I love chatting with you, Shonda, seeing everybody, talking to y'all.
Yeah.
So thanks for having me. It has truly been fun.
I know it's been a great time. I'm so excited. Okay, Sunday I'll send out, I'll post rather the lineup for next week. It's full, it's fun, and I can't wait to continue this countdown to Christmas next week. This has been so fun. Oh, my producer son would not forgive me if I did not ask you all to please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you have another account, you can use that one to subscribe to. But I want to tell you that we are at 357. So yes, so who will be? I keep asking, who will be number 358? Can we get to 360 tonight? Can
Is
we
there
do that?
one?
Is there one or two or three? Who will
The
it be?
doors of the church.
Yes. Ah, thank you guys. Thank you all for liking. If you enjoyed our time together, if you got a question right, whatever it is that motivates you, press the like button. It does help out to get more people to see this inspirational, motivational with fun content, community, all that jazz on our route to 1,000. We'll get there in like 2053, but we're going to
Nope.
get there.
We gonna get there sooner than that. We gonna get there.
One person at a time, one person at a time. So, all right, y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend. Look on Sunday for a video that I'm going to share about a very fun Christmas experience I had today. So, all right. Thank you guys. Bye.